What's up, everybody? My name's Kamal. Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything's going great. Today we're going to sit back, I'm going to talk to you for a little bit, and I'm going to play World of Warcraft in the background. So right now I'm just leveling up my hunter, not doing anything too important, just getting some leathers so I can finish getting my leather working up, and you know, just getting some meat, farming out the wolves out here, some passive gold farming. I haven't played in quite some time. I just came back recently to the game. I figured, why not? You know, if I isolate my thumb, it's really not that bad. So why not? So here we are. I'm back to leveling up my hunter, although I have to admit, I've been having a lot of fun on my rogue recently. I've been playing my rogue more than any of my other characters. I'm level 33 on him now, or almost, either 33, I think I'm almost 34, which is pretty exciting. That'll be a pretty good level to hit. I get blind at 34, which, not that there's really too much PvP going on right now, but it is a cool thing to have. And then the next big break point is level 42, when I get my rank to slice and dice, and that's when things get really nice. But anyways, let's go over really what I wanted to discuss, and that's gonna be what I think makes WoW Classic so much more fun than the current iteration of WoW. Now, as you guys know, with most of my videos, it's me sitting here talking, and that's just how it is. I'll ramble, I'll go off topic. It happens. It is what it is. We're gonna try to stick with, I guess, World of Warcraft and Blizzard discussions, but likely I will trail off and talk about other things. So just a warning. So World PvP. World PvP is one of the things that makes World of Warcraft Classic so damn good. At least in my opinion. Now, I've been playing World of Warcraft since like the beginning of Burning Crusade. The first time I ever played WoW was the end of Classic, and I played a few times, but I wouldn't say that I really started playing WoW until like the beginning of Burning Crusade. I think it was like a month or two in when I actually, like, you know, went and got the game and actually started investing into it, had my own account and stuff like that. So up to that point, I played on my friend's account, and I had a character that I used, and it was cool. I mean, but when I got my own account, that's when I started taking things a bit more seriously. And it was Burning Crusade. I didn't make it to Outlands until the very end of Burning Crusade. So for me, the World PvP, even being a complete noob who absolutely hated World PvP, I was still kind of sad when I got out to Outlands and I realized that there was a lot of flying and stuff like that. It was like, huh, okay, well, I mean, when I have the gold, that'll be cool, I guess. Then it'll be my turn to fly down and kill people and stuff. But it made ganking people way too easy, and it made getting ganked just, I don't know, like with some characters you can escape it if you're quick, but if somebody's got a flying mount, you're not going to outrun them. Like, there's nothing you can really do on the ground aside from going invisible as a rogue, like popping stealth, or as a druid. There's nothing that you can really do. I mean, if they've got a flying mount, you're not going to outrun them. It's just not going to happen. So World PvP in Classic, it really changes how you play the game and how, you know, the people around you will play the game as well. It's not like in, you know, BFA where I can just go out and level as much as I want and it doesn't matter. But like I've constantly, I mean, not really out here. Out here, you're not going to really encounter too many enemies, like too many opposing faction players. If you do, they're just running past to go to Mara. But you don't really run into people out here. But if you do, you're likely going to get ganked. You know, it'll be somebody running up on their mount, and they're not gonna stop and attack unless they have the upper hand and they have the jump on you, and it's likely that they're going to kill you. And I have to admit, it is one of the most annoying things in the world to deal with while you're leveling. However, once you hit max level and you're the one that's running around, you're the one that's, you know, going and picking the fights on people that are lower level than you. And, you know, you don't necessarily have to go out and gank lobies, but even just killing someone 5, 6, 7 levels lower than you is pretty fun, let's be honest. Just kind of throwing your weight around and shitting all over them. I mean, it's a blast until they go and get their main, and then you're fucked. But, I mean, until that happens, it's an amazing time. There we go, kill this fucking wolf. I mean, I really do. I love the World PvP in Classic WoW. Once again, it's one of those things that it's like, fuck, man. It depends on what end you're on. Sometimes somebody will try to gank you, and you'll kill them, and it'll feel great. Other times, they'll gank you, and you'll have no chance. You know, like a rogue will pop up and just ambush you for all of your life. Or I've had hunters pop up out of nowhere and hit me with an aim shot for my entire fucking life. Now I was level 30, so my life was 1,000. But that was irritating. I'm just standing out there leveling, and all of a sudden, fucking boom, 1,000 damage to the face. Oh, okay, I'll just die in one shot, thanks. I appreciate that. You know? And it's one of those things where it's like, fuck, man, that was a lot of damage. I can't even be mad about that. Like, that's impressive. Alright. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough, good sir. But I think it's one of the things that's completely lost in today's WoW. I've tried to go and get back on, and I'll admit, I love the Disciplined Priest in BFA. They're extremely strong, really fun to play. The whole atonement thing that they have going with them is... I love it. I think it's so fucking fun. Or attunement, I think it's called. You cast your shield on someone, or you hit your shadow mend on them, and then all the damage that you deal to them from then on out is also healing. Or not, you hit whoever you hit the shadow mend or the shield on. All the damage that you do, a percentage of it goes back to them as life. That is amazing. You know, that is so fucking strong. It's insane. It makes you almost unkillable in a lot of situations. And I find it thoroughly enjoyable. But the game itself, I don't really find very fun, unfortunately enough. You know, like, I really, really, really love the Disciplined Priest. I also really love, and always will love, you know, Frost Death Knight. But the game itself, I just don't feel like I have any reason to play it, really. I don't find it fun. I don't find it entertaining. I mean, you can turn on war mode and you can go out and you can world PvP. Yeah, but one of the things about world PvP that's always fun is going big dick and flexing, you know, showing that you have the superior gear, or you have, you know, the superior levels, whatever, and you throw that weight around. That's not really as possible in BFA. If I go against somebody that's far less geared than me, then my damage will look different for each person. They'll see my damage a lot higher than I'll see my damage. And that's because the amount of damage that you do is not numerically based in the sense of they have 100 life and you do 14 damage, but on a percentage based, where it's like, and it doesn't tell you that on yours, like on your end. It tells you the damage that it does, but it'll reflect on their end a certain percentage of their life being taken away. So it's really weird how it works. You're not actually doing as much damage as it seems like you should be doing. And that's because they equalize the numbers across the board. So you, with your, you know, eye level 400, fighting against somebody else with their eye level 300, it's not as drastic of a difference as it should be. The differences are as small as very minuscule, like dodge, or I can't even think of the fucking stats that they still use now, but the side stats like that, you know, haste and shit like that. But it doesn't necessarily go into the fact of, okay, well, you have this really good weapon and you're going to do, you know, regardless of if they have 100 life or 1,000 life, you're doing 700 damage. And I think the normalization, or the they're trying to equalize everything. They're trying to force equality into the game. And don't get me wrong, everyone has the equal opportunity to pursue the highest level and the best gear in the game. That doesn't mean that if I put in an hour a week in PvP and fucking Johnny over there puts in 10 hours a day in PvP, when we come across each other on the battlefield, I shouldn't need to feel as an equal with him, because we are not. He puts in way more time than me. I shouldn't have equalized damage with him. He should be able to melt me in like 2 hits. And as someone who's not willing to put in as much time into the game as a lot of other people, I still feel like this is something that needs to be addressed with the current iteration of WoW. The fact that it's too normalized, it's too equalized, and I don't think that it's healthy. I think it ruins PvP. The other thing, as I've said, is the flying. I think flying ruins world PvP because, well, you can just hop on your mount and fly away, or, you know, the person that's trying to kill you can fly down on their mount, kill you. If they realize they can't kill you, you know, fucking find a way to snare you and then hop on their mount and fly away. And that's not, I don't know, it's just not the same as in here. I mean, in classic WoW, you have a ground mount. You know, like, if you have your epic mount, you're obviously going to be faster than somebody that doesn't have their mount. And if you don't have your epic mount and you're getting upset because these other people have, you know, a lot more speed than you do, fucking suck it up, Buttercup. Go farm. You know, figure out how to get to the level that they're at. It shouldn't be made to where you and I are put on the same level playing field, regardless of how much time we put in. You know, your local fucking baseball team is not the same as, I don't know, some fucking famous MLB team. I couldn't think of anything. Oakland A's. that's even still a team. Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know sports. I'm trying to use analogies and shit. Basically, if you suck at the game, you suck at the fucking game. Deal with it. I mean, and that's kind of how I feel about it. I feel like there's a lot of people that expect games in general to just be easier because you want them to be. And I don't think that that's something that we should be aiming for. I think that in classic WoW, the fact that there was so much that one or two characters could do, like if you get engineering, you're automatically going to be a better PvPer if you learn how to use your fucking toys than a lot of other people. And that's just the way it is. And that's the way it should be. If you're able to use those tools, and those tools are available for everyone, you know, in their own right, in their own way, then you can't really be fussing and crying if you're not using the tools that everyone else is everyone else and yourself has the ability to use. But for the sake of normality, I don't know, people fucking crying, people wanting to be able to play, you know, WoW an hour a day and be a top tier player. I think that expectation that a lot of people have of being able to do stuff like that is very silly. I mean, would you expect to be the CEO of a company if you worked the minimum amount that you could work a week? Absolutely not. It'll never fucking happen. Like, that's the way it is. I'm sorry, that's not how you succeed. I mean, take it from somebody that's moderately unsuccessful. It's 9 times out of 10, you're not putting in the amount of work that you need to do. And that's fine if you're okay with living the way that you live. That's okay if you're okay being the type of player that you want to be, you know? I don't care that much about being a super top tier player, so I don't put in the time that it takes to be a super top tier player. That's fine. You know, and I don't expect when I come up against somebody that's, you know, ranking in PvP, fuck, they're probably going to milk me every single time. I understand that. I'm okay with that. I deal with it. That's the reason that I play games like this. That's what made Diablo 2 and Path of Exile so fun, is the fact that no, not everybody is going to see the high in-game content, but you know what? There's content there for everyone. There's content that everyone can play, everyone can participate in. And I think that's really something that gaming in general is starting to lose, is the point of everyone is searching for a different thing out of the game. And I think that the players that want to be top tier players, that are putting in, you know, the amount of time that it would take to be that kind of top tier player, they should have that top tier to strive for, you know, to work towards. Knowing that fucking somebody in your guild that logs on for normal raid night can go in and get, you know, a max eye level item, for example, is really discouraging for somebody that's on, like, you know, the Mythic Core 1. That's it's like, alright, well, what's the fucking point then? You know? Like, if this person's going in there and he's getting better gear than I have, why am I doing this? It's not as rewarding. And I feel like the classic PvP scene is such a profound, there's a profound emphasis on the work that you put in pays itself. You know, it pays back. It pays dividends, if that makes sense. You know, the more time that you put in, the more work you put in at being good for that time that you're playing, the more successful that you'll be and the higher that you'll rank, and the more rewards you'll be able to reap from ranking that high. It's a very, at least to me, simplistic system. You know, it makes sense. It seems like a system that should work completely fine. You put in the hard work, you put in the time, you get the rewards from said hard work and time. You don't put in the hard work or the time, well, why the fuck are you expecting to get the rewards? You know? You can't just expect to have your number randomly pulled from the fucking hat like it's the lottery system and then get awarded, you know, an extra month's rent or an extra month's pay. That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But it makes it to where now the people that are working super hard, what's the point of them working so hard for? And the people that aren't working as hard are getting rewarded. It's just, it's bad in both sense. You know, it's a double-edged sword, but that's because it cuts on both ends. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I guess the fact is, in my humble opinion, Classic WoW PvP is the most real PvP system that WoW has had. And I think it's the perfect emphasis on work in equals reward out. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, if you like this type of video, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell, all that kind of stuff. If you want to show any type of monetary support, the links are down in the description below. I appreciate your time, and I will catch you the next time I find something to rant about. I'm not exactly sure what it'll be, but I'm sure it'll be something. So I'll see you then. Let me kill this wolf. Die, wolf, die. Yeah. Yeah. Dead. Alright, I'm out, guys. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your evening.